The grand hall crackles with tension. Cesare Borgia stands before a packed room, his eyes sharp, his smile thin. He's just seized power through ruthless cunning and raw ambition. You can almost hear the whisper, how does a prince hold power in a world where loyalty shifts like sand? Machiavelli unravels this question not with idealism but cold, brutal reality. Ready to see why virtue alone won't save you? Let's dive in. Power rarely sparkles as noble. Machiavelli pulls back the curtain, showing rulers who master cruelty without losing control. Consider Cesare Borgia. Machiavelli admires how he cleansed Romagna swiftly, executing disloyal nobles without hesitation, yet securing peace and order. Borgia's actions weren't wanton brutality, they were calculated moves ensuring stability. His blend of fear and respect forged a lasting grip on power, even if his fate later faltered due to his father's death and fortune's fickleness. Machiavelli explains cruelty like pruning a wild tree. You cut harshly but only once, better to trim decisively than to let decay fester. It's about timing and permanence. If a prince acts cruelly at the right moment without abusiveness that lingers, subjects accept, sometimes prefer firm leadership to chaos or weakness. This gives us a jarring insight. Being feared, not hated, builds true power. Fear keeps men honest, love is fickle, yet it's a delicate balance. If a prince fears losing loyalty, he errs too much on kindness, inviting insurrection and disrespect. Machiavelli flips idealism on its head. Better to be feared and maintain control than loved and fail. But power is never just in your hands. Machiavelli personifies luck as fortuna, a wild river that can drown you or propel you forward. How do princes navigate this capricious force? Machiavelli's metaphor for fortuna is vivid. She's a river flooding suddenly, drowning those unprepared. The Medici family's repeated rises and falls show fortune's sway, sometimes showering fortune, other times wrecking the unready. Princes who cling too tightly to old ways or ignore changing currents risk finding themselves swept away. The remedy, flexibility and aggression, shifting strategies like a skilled captain steering a ship through stormy seas. A rigid leader is a log tossed by the waves, powerless. Princes who learn to adjust mid-course or seize advantage amid chaos don't just survive, they rise. Fortune favors the adaptable, the bold, not the stubborn. That leads to a striking payoff. Fortune might give you a hand, but it's your courage and cunning that decide if you win or lose. Machiavelli's take, shake off passiveness and embrace action. Fortune rewards those who hustle, who dare to shape fate instead of begging it for mercy. In Machiavelli's world, how things look often matter more than how they really are. The prince's image is a battlefield of its own. Why? Machiavelli highlights Lorenzo de' Medici's savvy use of spectacle, festivals, public generosity, and visible piety. Even if Lorenzo wasn't morally perfect, people's belief in his virtue secured their allegiance. The prince's public facade becomes armor. It shapes expectation, disarms critics, and projects strength, often more reliably than actual virtue. He breaks it down. Governing is like acting on a stage. The prince must master the art of appearances to sway both nobles and commoners. Just like an actor plays a role to convince a crowd, the prince manipulates symbols, gesture, color, ritual to engineer consent without resistance. The transformation here, you see power as performance. The smartest rulers know that reality often hides behind crafted images. This means mastering your public persona isn't shallow, it's essential. And that, surprisingly, is no different from leading a high-stakes theater where the stakes are life and death. Back in that tense hall with Cesare Borgia, the lessons from Machiavelli echo. Power demands more than good intentions. It's a dance of ruthless choices, managing luck and crafting a commanding presence. Next time you face a tough decision, ask yourself, are you playing the role convincingly? Try this. Identify one reality you can't change, then adapt how you respond to it. Power isn't given, it's grabbed and molded. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.